but at a low level. I play soccer now a lot, which is something I've gotten into recently. I like to play. I like to play sports of all kinds. So the reason I like my job is because it helps me to stay healthy and be on top of trends and all that so that I can play until I'm old. That's my goal, because that's what I enjoy doing. And I can help other people that they like to play their golf and their pickleball. I can help them continue that, because that's how you stay healthy. You find something that you like to do that involves movement and cardio, and then you do it all the time because you love it. Not you don't have to force yourself to go to the gym and run on a treadmill, because for a lot of people that's boring. So anyway, that's what I do. Here's some common misconceptions that I thought of and some interesting facts. Misconceptions about aging. So this one's like a pet peeve of mine. I hate when people say like their back hurts because they're getting old. Because it's not true. Like I'm 47 and I don't have any pain in my body really, ever. And I think that's how it should be. And there's no excuse, unless you had there's always exceptions to everything. Unless you had some sort of major trauma, you shouldn't have back pain pretty much ever. And if you do, it's up to you to figure it out. So anyway, here is, pain is just a part of getting older. I don't think that's true. Here's what ChatGPT told me about this. It said that pain is not an inevitable part of aging. Arthritis can happen, and it's common in many older adults, but many adults live pain-free. Pain is usually due to treatable conditions. I agree with this. Treatable conditions like poor posture, weakness, deconditioning, joint dysfunction, or injury. So don't blame your age. A lot of Asian countries, my wife, I'm married by the way also, 7 years. My wife is from Vietnam. She grew up in Vietnam. Vietnam has become my favorite country. And when you walk around Vietnam or other Asian countries, you see this everywhere. Like people are just dancing and working out in the streets at all hours. Like it could be 10 p.m. And the people, especially the elderly, they're all working out, dancing and moving. Something you don't see here as much. Orange County maybe more, but like the Midwest, probably not at all. Then you have prevalence of low back pain in the United States versus countries in Southeast Asia like Vietnam, the Philippines, Thailand, China, India. They're all kind of half. They have half the prevalence of low back pain that we do. And a lot of it's just cultural and the way they move. The way in Asia, like they can squat down and do stuff. And you ask like any like male in America to do like a deep squat, they can't. There's not even close. And that's something. Another thing, if you have arthritis on an x-ray, does that explain why you're in pain? No. A lot of people have arthritis. If you took 100 people off the street and x-rayed them, and they were over the age of like 60, almost all of them would have arthritis, but only a few of them would have like chronic pain. So the arthritis doesn't connect to the pain, it's just a finding. ChatGPT told me some stuff, arthritis is common, blah, blah, blah. Basically what I just said is pain can come from many sources like muscles, ligaments, joints, discs, and nerves, which are not on the x-ray. You can see that on MRI, but not really. It's kind of, because MRI is static. You're not seeing the body moving, you're not seeing the way it functions. Okay, and then another thing is the reason that chiropractic and massage and acupuncture and all of these things, they're different, but they're also kind of doing the same thing. And I think, this is my own personal theory, a lot of this. I think it boils down to circulation. So I think circulation is key with healing. So you have certain areas of the body like the meniscus in the knee that doesn't have a lot of natural blood flow. And if you can try to create more blood flow, you're going to heal faster. So I think a lot of these techniques, they increase blood flow to the injured area and they accelerate healing. And that's what they all have in common. And that's why they all pretty much work. Oh, that was supposed to be a quiz that I was going to do. What do they all have in common? Shoot, okay, no, I gave you the answer. They improve circulation. Okay. Blood, lymph, cerebrospinal fluid are all vital for healing. Chiropractic adjustments, massage, acupuncture all enhance circulation, bringing oxygen and nutrients to tissues while clearing out waste and inflammation. Okay, this is another thing that's more like theory, so this is my opinion. And if there were other chiropractors in here, it would be there'd be like a fight. There'd be like a debate. So does the chiropractic adjustment realign the bones in the spine? I know a lot of people think that it does, and I don't think so. The bones in your spine are held so tightly by muscles and ligaments and tendons and so many things are attaching to them. They don't just go out and then back in. It's not like that. It's not like a Lego set where you just snap things back into place. I think what the chiropractic adjustment does is it takes like a segment of your spine. I brought the model for this. All right. Let's say you sit at a desk all day and you're like rounded in the upper back, like you're sitting and your spine is like this. Your back is rounding all day. What's going to happen is these segments of your spine are going to start to get sticky. So, and these segments of your spine, what they do a lot is rotation. So they help your body rotate. What if one of these or three of these segments gets just kind of sticky because you're sitting for 8 hours a day? So then you got 3 segments here that aren't moving like they're supposed to. So what's going to happen is when you move, these 3, for example, maybe are going to be stuck. The other ones on top and below are going to move too much to compensate. Then you've got an imbalance, and then you've got problems. So what the chiropractic adjustment tries to do is remove those stuck segments with the adjustment, like that crack, that thrust. It's moving everything. You're trying to restore normal movement. That's what I believe the value of chiropractic is. I don't think you're realigning anything. It's too difficult to do that. I like to think of it like loosening a rusty hinge, when some of these segments become like a rusty hinge. All right. So, I just answered this, but we'll see if you're paying attention. Where does most of the torso rotation come from? What part of the spine? What?
Lumbar.
No.
Thoracic.
Sorry, thoracic. Because, I'm going to try to, no, because look at the way the bones are in the thoracic versus the lumbar. If you see the lumbar, these things called facet joints would block a lot of the rotation. Do you see that?
Is that why golfers get bad backs?
And the reason, so I'm going to get to that in a second. So not a lot of rotation in lumbar, low back. A lot of it's 80%, I think, is happening in thoracic. You get that twist. But if you're sitting all day at a desk, you're losing a lot of that rotation because your mid-back is getting tight. So then your lumbar is going to move more than it's supposed to for compensation. Then you get low back pain. So yeah, 80% happens at the thoracic spine. Blah, da, 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 da. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Any questions about anything?
You said you were going to get to golf.
Oh. What did you say about, what did you ask?
I said, but you were talking about
Why?
compensating in the lumbar.
Yeah.
Is that why many golfers have a problem with their lower back?
Okay, yes. Okay, so when the golf swing, when you're rotating, you lose that rotation a lot because people take me literally a lot of time. A lot of people don't work on their thoracic mobility. They're not doing yoga, they're not doing exercises. They're losing that rotation. Then when you try to swing, a lot of that's rotation. You've lost that, so now you're rotating from your low back more than you're supposed to. And then your low back is always tight after you play golf. And the reason why is not because you didn't stretch your low back, it's because your mid-back doesn't move anymore. Tell your friends, because I bet they don't know that.
So what should you do to stretch
Your thoracic? You can do, a really good one is where you lay on the floor on your back, right? And your knees go one way, and then your upper body goes the other way. And you just lay there and you hold that. And you let it all go. And then there's a bunch of other ones that you can do too. You can find everything on YouTube. That's the basic one. Okay? Okay? Thank you. Right?